Hi, I'm Ken, and welcome to Addy's Adventures. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like, and click on the notification bell to get new content. Also, love to hear your comments and share the videos. Cheers. Alright, so we're leaving Seville today, heading to Morocco. So this is where we've been staying, at the Hotel Giralda Centre. Beautiful hotel, only 5 years old. There's Marty getting on. Say hello, Marty. There's Stephen. So we're all boarding.
Are you doing commentary?
I'm doing commentary, Stephen. This will be on YouTube.
Oh,
you could be a hero.
Oh man!
When the royalties start flowing in, I'll get in contact with you.
Morning, Cameron, Sebastian.
Morning all. So yeah, time to board. Time to head to Morocco. So we've got about a 2-hour drive, or hour and a half drive down to the Straits of Gibraltar, where we'll board a ferry for an hour and a half run across to Tangier. Have a look at this morning. Blue skies, beautiful weather. The weather has been fantastic. The people have been great. Antonio, our driver there, it's his last day. He's not allowed to cross into Morocco. Morocco, when you get there, has to be a Moroccan driver on a Moroccan bus only. That's their rules. So, you know, is what it is. We can cop that. Morning there, Adele. Hello. So, our last... All right, I'm getting on the bus. Let's get on the bus and see who's on there. What I will say is hang on. I'll just wait for Len to sit down. What I will say is the Canadian people are very vocal. Albertans, go the Oilers. What a great bunch of people we have. Stephen has a mandatory rear seat.
Waving to my adoring fans in Australia.
Stephen, I'm sure there will be many. Worldwide, around the world.
Anywhere in the world, bar one place, which was Baghdad. Sorry, Damascus, not Baghdad. And Rabat. So we'll be arriving at our hotel about 5 p.m. Nick asked, I think it was Nick, asked what time, if we'll be having an early start tomorrow. Not particularly early. We normally get off at about 8:30 tomorrow, but it depends on first stop tomorrow will be Casablanca. I'm going to prepare you. Casablanca is not a very beautiful city. Weaponry for their enemies, so they hacked down all the trees, and that systematic deforestation was continued by the Moors. All the machinery of war, for example, siege towers, battering rams, catapults, even sword handles, chariot wheels, they all had to be made from timber. So the Romans knew by removing the trees, they were removing a source of timber, and they were depriving potential enemies of the weapons that they needed to resist Roman rule. He got him by the scruff of his neck. He says, you hand over the keys to the city, or will kill your son. Loved his son very much, but Guthman threw down his dagger from his scabbard and said, "Here, do that, because I'm not going to hand over the keys to the city." Well, he was given the sobriquet Guthman, and Guthman El Bueno at the top, throwing down his unsheathed dagger. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he's done brilliantly. Let's give him a final send-off. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Antonio.
So, about to leave the continent. So, we're about to board that ferry. This is the bottom of Spain. This is Tarifa. And we're about to cross the Straits of Gibraltar over to Morocco, where we'll, I think we dock at Tangier. So we've got to negotiate customs. Our bus driver, to get us through quickly, has paid the officials, basically. We are on board. There's our bags. Whew. As we walked on, they are packing it up and starting the boat. We just made that. Goodbye Spain for a week or so. Goodbye to the continent. These are the Straits of Gibraltar. That's Tarifa, where we've just left from, on the bottom of Spain. And we've got a bit of swell going on out here. There we are, Tangier, North Africa. About an hour and a bit. We are here. Welcome to North Africa, Morocco. Moroccan immigration done, and we're now in Morocco.
Sorry.
Sorry.
15th century for quite a while, and that was the time when the Portuguese built up these fortifications. So this is the old city to the left side called Medina. The word Medina all over Morocco, M-E-D-I-N-A, means the old walled city. Casbah is uphill. The top of the hill with fortifications to your left side is Casbah. The word Casbah in the old cities in Morocco means the fortified citadel, which in the olden days used to be the official area, military and administrative, right? That's the Casbah. Yet, when we get to the desert, when we get on this journey to the deep south of Morocco, the meaning of the word Casbah will change drastically into something else. And I'm not going to mention it now in order not to be foreigners. Quite a few Western expats are owning property and living here. Look at this one to the left side. Coming up on the left side is only there by that eucalyptus tree. But this has changed in an amazing way. I had left from Morocco for a few years abroad to different places in Europe. When I came back, I could not recognize my hometown with the changes, fast, positive changes that happened here. And the school here is a public school. Public schooling is free. This was my public elementary school here to the left side from ages 6 to 12. This one. And schooling, public schooling, even if you come from the English speaking part of Canada, right? Le Détroit. Le Détroit sounds like Detroit in the States. Le Détroit. You know what it means in French? Ever here. No shark attack. But the tides. Camels. Yes, you see to the right side. They have them here for day trippers coming from Spain for a day, half a day to take a picture, right? This is not the appropriate place for the camels. The appropriate place is the Sahara. We are going to be at by the sand dunes on Saturday afternoon. That's where the camels, these are dromedaries by the way, they have only one hump. So the dromedary with one hump is native to Africa. The camel has two humps and it is native, and it is also called the Bactrian, the one with two humps. And it is native to Asia. And the one without any hump at all is hump-free.
Ah, for God's sake, we got one. I thought
You see more dromedaries here. They have them just for tourists, for day trip or tourists coming from Spain for a day on the ferry and going back. So they are, as I said, they are developing more and more here. Well, apartments, condominiums, but a relatively expensive area. For instance, here they started selling out years ago when it was completed, and this is a Moroccan-Spanish corporation developing resorts here in Tangier. They started at the equivalent of, in Canadian, around 300,000 Canadian dollars an apartment of 120 square meters. Do you guys go by meters or feet? Square foot. Okay. Yes, it is new from about less than 20 years ago, from 17, 18 years ago. And right on the Atlantic beaches.
got the hay rake on.
All that is in the wall was Atlantic beach for the public, for everybody. That was all included, became private. But there is still more to the Atlantic beaches here to the right, more. These beaches can be dangerous, as I mentioned earlier. No shark attack, but tides, rip tides. Algeria, next door to Morocco, east of Morocco, is a rich country with oil and gas. And there is a present king of Grand Tangier. There used to be only Grand Casablanca. Before, only Casablanca was labeled as Grand Casablanca. Nowadays, Tangier is housing. It is a state subsidized housing, very simple and small. There are condos the size 700 square feet, max 600. Loukos is the name of the river. So where the word spelled like that, OUED, means river. If you see wadi, wadi means valley or dry riverbed.
Oh, wadi.
That's the wadi. Of tuna fish, mackerels for exportation. There it is in the distance to the right is the town called Larache. Of drought Morocco is going through. Most of the wheat fields rely on rain, and there hasn't been significant rain in Morocco for almost 4 years. Yep, it's been a terrible 4-year drought.
Oh, he's flogging that donkey. Stick, Jesus. It's like they just keep adding a bit here and there. There's no. There's obviously the mosque. Best building in town.
For maximum 2 centuries, 1.5 centuries, 2 centuries. But the current dynasty, the 6th, now we are at the 6th dynasty and second Arab dynasty that has the longest rule for over 4 centuries. The present king came as 23rd monarch from the present Alawi dynasty in July 9. The irony of it is that it is within very close distance from His Majesty the King's more usual residence. Is the natural division line between the two cities. Now we're officially in Rabat city after crossing the river. The tower you will get to take photos of from a distance. When I take you for the photo stop of the Shella Fort and Necropolis, we are going to take photos of from 14th century, where this tower shows on the side, and it is an amazing concept. To me, there is a lot of security here. It seems like the king.
This mosque has been unfinished.
The pillars are
The Mosque of Rabat. All the pillars that you see are original.
What had been built was half of the. This is the whole complex.
These pillars are late 1100s and was wiped out by a tsunami. That's all that's left of these pillars.
In the middle, the ground building. We can take pictures with the royal guard.
This is the last of the walls from the tsunamis. That's all that was left of the tsunami. Was over 100 feet high that came through here. And those holes, they're the scaffolding holes they use as they build their walls up by clay, layer upon layer. So the other holes in there as well were to let air through to dry the clay, and also to let water through from a build-up if there's water rises up. But now it's home for pigeons.
I could have got one by Wendy.
These are the Royal Guards.
You could have, yeah.
I'll see if I can get him to.
Sorry.
Nah. Oh, didn't get anything.
Age of officials and so on to pray in this mosque. So we are going to get off the coach in a minute by this mosque, and I'm going to take you walking slowly by slowly and see how far I can get you closer to the palace to take photos.
This is housing for all the workers, the guards, and their families who work here in the Royal Palace, which is over there.
No, there are ranges, different ranges.
So that is the Royal Palace, built by Muhammad III in 1700s. So Rabat is the home of the royal family, which is where we are now. That's a mosque that when the king is in town, which he is coming in right now, that's where he will go to pray. We've had a little bit of trouble getting around because the king is in town. But yeah, we were lucky to get in here. Alright, so we've had to leave the palace. We've just been told to leave by security.
Will make up an amazing contrast. So we're going to drive through the driveway of Shella, not deeper inside, because the public is not allowed inside. We have enjoyed it in Rabat. We have already done our program in Rabat, what is listed on our program to visit in Rabat. We have already visited. We did what we could do, you know. It is what it is, but at least we have visited main sites, and we are making our...
So just checked into our hotel, the Bel Air Hotel in Old Town Rabat. And it's not flash like it last night, but it's good. But what we do have is a balcony, yeah. Some of the other guys. How good is this?